Hello everyone and welcome back to another video from my channel Webcam Model Railway. Today I've got my friend Will with me here.
Hi, today we're going to be showing you some of George's new equipment and how this will help to improve the channel's video and stream quality for the near future.
Right then, so first new bit of equipment we've got to talk about is tripods. Now I've got three, but only two of them are actually mine. This one's my friend's Will, who's obviously with me today. That's his dad's. He's lent me that. He lent me that before. I've got these two other ones. So I've got a big one, I've got a medium, which is obviously Will's dad, so I'm going to buy my own medium-sized one. And now I've got a really small one. I actually used this in a video that's going to come up in the future. I went to the East Lancashire Railway and took this with me, because it's a handy little tripod just to hold instead of, trying to hold my phone. So I've already used that one already. This one was used for the opening shot of the video, and this one's going to be used in a stream. It has been used in a stream that we did on Saturday. So, first one is the big one. So, the big one is the one I mainly use. The small one's probably the one I least use. So, pretty good is this one. It's got an angleable top, so if I need to get to a difficult area, I can angle it like that. I can tilt it as well, so that's useful for doing shots on the side rather than, straight up. This is just a cheap tripod from Amazon, about 15 quid, but, it's not that bad at all. Main thing this one's going to be used is for opening shots like you saw at the start of the video, and also for train spotting shots, so I can put my tripod down and then pan as the train goes across with that lever, which is good. Something that the other two haven't got with them being quite small tripods, so the pan lever is quite good. I'll probably use that for train spotting quite a bit. I've got an extendable post on the top. So without the extendable post, the actual shot of the camera just comes to just below the boards. So at full height, I can extend this and get the shot over the top of the boards. It's got three legs which extend and fold out like that, so I'm able to store it in the loft without it taking up too much room. I've got three levels. I've got the first one unclips, got the second one that unclips, then the third one unclips. So it's nice and big. At the bottom, obviously the leg's quite small, so it's got to stack and telescope into all the other ones, so it is a little bit flimsy, but £15 I really don't think it's too bad. So yeah, that's my big tripod. That's going to be used for opening shots, because obviously I've got my phone in a vice now, so I can show you all three tripods, and so I don't have to keep swapping over. So that's just useful for being able to do shots without, normally before I've just used a jar and I've just put the jar on here and then rested my phone against it. Obviously when this is all ballast like I've got over this side, like you saw in the opening shot, and obviously when it's all grassed over and there's houses here and stuff like that, I can't just be plonking my phone in the middle of the track because, well, it'll damage my scenery.
Hi guys, it's Will, and I'm going to be talking about the middle tripod, the medium sized. Compared to some of the others, it's not too big, not too small, which is obviously good for mounting, if you've got like a wood, whereas in a loft, you've got wooden posts everywhere, so it's very easy to bend and shape into the posts. So let's move these out of the way, and let's talk a bit about this. So this is my dad's, and it's a very good tripod, very cheap, very reliable, and something that the big tripod doesn't have is the bendable legs. So as I said before about mounting up to posts, it's got bendable legs, so you can wrap around like a post or anything that you need. Also, it does indeed have the head movement as well, which is very good for when you're mounting, change the angle so it's not on the side, and therefore you get quality videos, quality content, and that's good for you guys. So yeah, this is the middle tripod, and now I think George will talk about the mini tripod. So yeah, thanks for listening.
Right then, so the smaller one, which is good for, taking in a backpack to train spotting at my station like I normally do. Probably won't take the medium sized one just because it's not quite as sturdy as a small one, as I find. Obviously, if vibrations, there's a lot more movement because it's a longer thing. So if I'm going train spotting and I end up taking 2 cameras, I'll probably take this one for just mounting on a railing and having a stationary shot, and that one for obviously doing the panning shot. Something that should be mentioned for all 3 is that they have adjustable clips. So you can adjust them. If I've tightened up the middle post, they expand to really quite a way. They're on a spring and they've got foam top and bottom, so you know they don't damage the ends of your phone. And obviously you've got the nice back plate so it doesn't damage your case. So you can really stretch them really wide. I mean, if you've got a phone that wide, then what on earth are you doing? You know, it's got a nice adjustable clip on all 3 of them, so your phone's kept in nice and securely. And obviously that's good for your phone not dropping out your tripod halfway through a shot, like has happened with the Vice before. They all have it, some go wider than others, but they all have the rubber top and bottom, and the foam just to protect your phone. This one, unlike that one just got a ball joint so you can wiggle it anywhere. This one's quite good because it's got like a 90-degree position, so you can just turn it all the way to the side, lock it, and then you've got, you know, like a perfect portrait position, or you can turn it and move it to the top and have a landscape position. It's not got as much movement as the ball joint, but for having a smaller tripod, I find that position is a lot more useful. With all the tripods, you can remove the top part and you replace it with an action for like a GoPro, a mount for a GoPro or something like that. Not as much movement with this one, but there is still quite a lot of movement there. And this one is good for getting to the back of sidings, because obviously with the big one it'll hit the insulation. With that one it's just too big and clunky, whereas this one I can really bend the legs, get it down nice and low for a shot in the siding, and of course the contact area with the feet there is going to be a lot less than using, say, something like a jar and a phone and putting your phone on it. So yeah, there are my 3 tripods. Obviously I will buy my own middle one. I'm not going to steal this off Will's dad because, well, that's just rude. But yeah, they're my 3 tripods, and they're going to effectively just protect scenery in the future, and hopefully I'll be able to get some nice train spotting shots for you with the big one.
Okay, so now we're going to be talking about webcams. So this is a webcam that has got inbuilt lighting, has 3 setting modes. George only uses 2. The second lighting mode, because the first one is too dim to notice, and then the third one is straight blinding you.
We'll demonstrate that now. So that's the first lighting level. As you can see over the track down here, really not that much illumination. Basically you can't even tell it's on. Here's the one that I use. As you can see, a bit more illumination now, it's a bit more brighter. Obviously it is reflecting off here a little bit, which then puts light down here. As you'll see on the 3rd stage, it really does reflect too much over there. So this is the good level of lighting. You can't tell that, you know, there isn't a reflection on any of the windows of the engines or the carriages or anything like that. You can just tell that, you know, the lighting is a little bit better. You can't necessarily tell it's coming from an artificial source. It just looks most normal on this stage. And on setting 3, you actually start getting glare from the webcam at this point. As you can see, it's got really white over here and on the ballast. It's shining off the rails, and over there it's really shining off too much over there. So at this point, it's really obvious that you've got lighting coming from an artificial source.
So now we're going to be talking about the camera specs itself. So it is a wired webcam, not a Wi-Fi cam, whereas a phone, it's a Wi-Fi bandwidth, which will make the streams and the videos, the quality of them, really bad. Whereas this is wired, it is going straight to the computer, which makes the quality tons better. So it is 1080p and 30 FPS, which FPS, if you don't know, is frames per second. In my opinion, it's a very nice camera. It's the first time that I'm seeing it. I would recommend it purely because of how it is. You know, it's got inbuilt lighting. You don't have to spend tons of money on a ring light, and I'm rating it a 8 out of 10 on my hand.
The only thing I would say is that 60 FPS is a bit of a, 60 FPS is a lot better. My videos are shot in 60 FPS. Obviously you won't be able to tell as much today because we're not really doing that much moving about, but 60 FPS stream would look a lot better. The other thing is, because I use StreamYard, it drops it from 1080p to 720, and for some reason this camera isn't quite doing the full 1080. So when it gets dropped to 720, it is a little bit pixely. So I would recommend going for a 1440p webcam instead of a 1080 if you use like a streaming software like StreamYard, which drops the quality down to 720. Because if it's not quite doing the full 1440, then it's doing, you know, high end of 1080, and then, you know, by the time it's dropped down to 720, it looks a lot better. Yeah, the lighting is good. It's a very sleek design. The only other thing I'd say is that the thing that screws onto the tripod, so the screw threads on the webcam that screw into the tripod, they're recessed really far into the webcam, so we have had to remove a couple of fittings from the tripod to fit it on. But other than that, it's pretty good. It goes over wire, USB-C cable, the webcam, normal USB there, and you know, it's good. It's a lot. You know, it's a lot better than using 3 phones. Obviously, I've only got one webcam just to test out that it works, and it does. So in future, I will be upgrading. A lot easier going over a cable rather than over Wi-Fi, because if I've got 3 phones transmitting Wi-Fi signals and then the Wi-Fi sending the video over to you lot watching the live stream, then obviously it's not going to be as good. So 3 wires and 1 bit of Wi-Fi being used to send the live stream data over is a lot better than 3 phones all using Wi-Fi and then another device using Wi-Fi. So it's a lot more efficient and the streams run a lot better. So thank you everyone for watching today's video. I really do hope you have enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed the little showcase of some new equipment that I've got. The one thing we forgot to mention is a USB hub, but we thought, well, we'd leave it out because it's a bit boring. Just a USB hub that allows you to turn one USB input to your computer into places where you can plug 4 or 5 different USBs in. So obviously it's a lot more efficient, and then you don't have to use 5 computers to get the right USB input amount. So we left the USB hub out of this. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the little showcase of the tripods and the webcam. Hopefully the quality will be a lot better. Certainly with the streams I've noticed an improvement in both frame rate and, you know, quality with the webcam, and I really do think the lighting on there and the use of the tripods will help my channel grow and, you know, give better quality and not destroy all my scenery by placing random glass jars and phones all over my beautiful scenery. So thank you very much for Will to film this video, Ollie.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a pleasure, and I hope everybody enjoyed the stream that we did. And yeah, I hope you continue to enjoy George's videos, and thanks, and bye for now.
But yeah, thank you very much for watching the stream on Saturday. Really did enjoy that. A good Q&A session. I do think we answered some good questions there. So take care and bye for now.